There's no curve to that.
So what about...
Look. If there's a reflection on a flat surface, you get a line.
Yeah.
But if it's on a curved surface, you'll only get a spot. And you can take a glossy piece of paper and a light bulb and test that yourself.
So what about for certain pieces of architecture, such as over in Brooklyn, they have the Brooklyn Bridge. That one's really...
Oh, really? And it's a couple miles wider at the top?
It is.
Yeah, really? And it has nothing to do with the structure of the bridge.
I mean,
is Earth curvature really?
I don't know. I'm just saying.
You're gonna base your whole thinking of your whole Earth model on a few inches of a freaking bridge.
I'm not
come on.
I'm not discrediting everything you have. You obviously have done your research, but I'm just saying. I think for architectural structures, a lot of people will.
Well, okay. Okay, now watch. Here's the formula. Okay, there's a formula. So how big is Manhattan?
No idea, honestly.
Okay, anything over a couple miles, then the buildings, the high-rises also must do the same, right?
I suppose so, but that's more so.
Yeah, so you start a search for that. You quest for that.
That's a good place to start. Thank you. Have a good one.
You have a good day.
And when I watched it, I was like, there's no way. This cannot be true.
Yeah, but if you think this is a joke, then you're the one who should be looking in the mirror and laughing. Because you're the fool.
I had a problem with it. I just couldn't accept it.
Do you know anything about it? See, you're trying to convince him. But you don't know. Yeah, it's fun because ignorance is bliss. You can be, oh, this is really fun and happy because I don't know anything about it. But if I really know something about it, then I have to question my foundational beliefs, and that's scary to you. That's really frightening to you.
No, okay. No.
Yeah, it is. Go ahead. You can video record me because I get you on videotape too.
All right.
Yeah. But it would be better if you were smart and looked it up. It really would be better.
Yeah, bro. Triangle,
Anybody want to look this up?
Dr. Lorena Day. She talks about how
don't be ignorant all your life. Look it up. The video's at the bottom. 200 proofs. You start with that video. The numbers on here correspond with that video. Get a bottle of wine and sit down and watch it.
Is there a hand sign for flat Earth?
I don't know. Somebody, you know, we all joke around and go like that, but you know what the heck? I don't know. I don't know what that all is. I'm not in that club.
all right, thanks. Look into for yourselves then. Thank you for
Hey, when I'm out of cards, I'm leaving.
Oh, okay.
And I got 5 left.
All right, how much time? What time is it, do you know?
It's about 1:45.
1:45?
I think, isn't it about that?
Cool.
What time is it?
I
Yeah,
have an hour
it's 10
left
of.
on my battery.
10 of 2.
10 of 2.
How are you doing? You doing good?
Yeah, I'm having a great time. I think I lost maybe one of my signs.
You think it blew away or somebody
the flat Earth,
off with it?
the flat Earth map. I don't see it anymore.
Oh boy! Do you have a question?
Yes, how could you put the Earth is flat? I want to know your theory. Yeah, I feel sorry.
Well, okay, so look at this. If there's a ball, there has to be a formula for how far out you go, how far down it drops, right? Okay, so we came up with this formula right here. 8 inches times the miles squared. And we came up with it this way, using a Pythagorean theorem and that sort of thing. Yeah. So you can take a picture and look at it. Okay, good. So we take this and then we see Chicago, and that's 60 miles across Lake Michigan.
Yes.
You shouldn't see that. It should be 1,700 feet down. You should be looking through water to see it. But if there's curvature, yeah. Oh. But it's not, so we can see it. And that's a true picture because a friend of ours went through on a boat, a very fast boat, and took a video of the whole thing, and it was flat. This is not a mirage or anything like that.
Okay, it makes sense.
So if there's a flat surface, you get the line. But if it's a curved surface, you only get a spot. And you can take, a spot. Like you can take a piece of glossy paper, bend it, and get a light bulb. Find a light bulb and see if you get a line or a dot.
there'll be a spot.
You can do these experiments yourself and figure it out.
But why have some people that take the picture from the moon and they said that the Earth is the ball?
They were lying.
So they are not true.
No, you can't land on the moon. If you look at the moon during the daytime, there's a light lit up part and then there's the shaded part,
yes.
but it's blue during the day.
Yeah.
So it really, you're kind of looking through it. It's not really, it's more like a filament, a light bulb filament. You can't land on it.
You're spinning.
He has a picture over here
Philly.
of landing on the moon,
Yeah.
but there's no dust on the feet.
So we have been lying for a long time.
Yes. Look, there's no dust on the feet. And look, it's made of aluminum foil. It's made of gold foil. Do you think something like that could go through something like they call the Van Allen belts or the radiation belts or the thermosphere? Aluminum foil can't go through that. That's crazy. And there's no crater under here from when it was landed. It would have kicked up a lot of dust.
Got it.
And that didn't happen.
Makes sense.
Yeah, it makes sense. So look into it.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, watch the videos and then, ask yourself questions and figure it out.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you for asking.
Thank you so much.
I thought he was like selling you something.
Okay, who's this? Oh. We will be walking
You know how fast it is
the
spinning right now?
streets.
1,000 miles an hour.
So go to Hoboken and
They tell us we're spinning
call
1,000 miles
me,
an hour at the equator, guys.
and
That's funny.
I will
Feel it, right?
give you our location at the time. It is a
1,000 miles
festival.
An hour, they tell us we're spinning at the equator. No joke.
Okay, I have 5 cards left. Please take one of my cards so I can go home. You can look this up. There's no curvature to the earth.
Yes, there is.
There is not. Figure it out. Figure it out. What's the formula? What's the formula? What's the formula? You don't know. Boo!
Good spot.
Look up the formula. Curvature formula. There is none.
Condemnation, right?
Oh, sorry.
Who's ignorant? Come on.
Look it up. There's no curvature. There's no curvature. Figure out the formula and go find the curvature. There is none. You're welcome. You can take a picture too. It's fine. There's no curvature. Look it up. There's no curvature. Would you like one, sir? It was a good day. There's no curvature. Look it up. It is
It's
not.
flat, guys.
It is flat.
It's flat. It's so obvious when you see it, it's scary.
There's no curvature. Figure it out. Figure it out yourself. I just
So
hiccuped.
if the Earth is spinning 1,000 miles an hour and your plane traveling 500 miles an hour,
There's no curvature. Look it up. Figure it out. Use your brain. Turn on your brain and think for yourself.
500 miles an hour plane,
Turn on your brain.
making ground or losing ground?
Turn on your brains. Turn it on. Turn your brain on.
Folks, if the Earth's
Figure it out. There's no curvature.
plane traveling
They're lying to us. The government's lying.
ground or losing ground? No? No answer, huh?
There's no curvature. Look it up.
It spins at 1,000 miles an hour at the equator. If you fly in a commercial plane at 500 miles an hour in the same direction, are you making ground or losing ground?
There's no curvature. I can give you a 30-second tour here if you want.
All right.
What's your name?
Marilyn.
Eric. Nice to meet you.
Thanks. So this is a flat Earth map.
Okay.
It's called the Gleason's Azimuthal Equidistant Map.
I just had a test on azimuthal.
Really?
Yeah.
And this is in the Boston Library.
All right.
Yeah. All these organizations use a flat Earth map, but they leave off Antarctica. I don't think they want you to know that it really goes around the outside edge. So if there is a sphere like this, forever how far out you go, it has to go down. You need a formula for that. So this is what we came up with by doing this. Okay? We use Pythagorean theorem, just very simple. So this is Chicago, and this is Lake Michigan, 60 miles. Chicago should be hidden under 1,700 feet of curvature. You should look through the water to see Chicago, and you don't. That's a true picture. Water's always flat on the surface. It doesn't curve. So when you have a flat surface, you get a line of reflection. But if it's curved, you only get a spot. This is reality. Reality is the line. You can take a curved, shiny, glossy piece of paper, curve it, and find a light bulb and test that.
Okay.
This is what we have, star trails. When you look at Polaris, the pole star, and leave your aperture open, you'll get these concentric circles. That's called star trails. But this is what they teach us. They teach us that the sun is moving through the infinite universe, and all the planets are like chasing it, trying to go around it and chasing it. So how do you have that, but this is reality?
Okay.
How does that happen?
Yeah. So what's your opinion on gravity?
Okay. There is a rate of fall. There is a down.
There's a down.
But I don't think it's gravity.
Okay, now what do you think it is?
I think it's diamagnetism. You do know, yeah, you do know there's electricity up there, free flowing.
Yeah.
Free flowing.
Okay.
Okay, Tesla said that he wanted to give everybody free electricity.
Yeah.
You just needed the right implement to get it, right? So it's like a torus field. You never saw one of those, like a donut? It looks like a donut.
Yeah.
The field, like electromagnetic field. Okay, so it comes up out of the North Pole.
Okay.
Excites the elements, and that's where the
aurora. Just like all the elements.
Like neon, boron, or whatever. All
like the gases. Right?
Yeah, the gases. Okay. And that's like a neon light. So then that's the aurora borealis. Right. Then when it goes up further, hits the dome, and that's what makes it come around.
Okay.
Okay. So the sun is very close and small, and it could be like a flashlight and going around, and it goes around the Earth like that.
Okay.
Okay.
Do you think like, things like the thermosphere, mesosphere are false, or
don't have any real data on that.
Okay.
Except,
would you like me to tell you about
no, because I know that stuff enough to know
Yeah.
that there are different layers of the atmosphere. But the thermosphere being that 2,000 degrees thing, I think that what they're telling us is just the same thing as the Van Allen radiation belts. Whenever they don't want us to go someplace and investigate it, they make it sound scary. Like the Bermuda Triangle, it's a scary place. Don't go there, right? Listen to this. The rockets that they launch, they go up and then they curve out. And then you don't see them anymore. You lose contact. So guess what's right underneath where they would land?
What's right underneath?
Bermuda Triangle. And we think that there's a lot of rockets out on the ocean floor there. That's what we're like gathering all this information. So
about this, tell me about this a little
This is NASA. Look, same thing. Same diameter, so proportionately the continents should be the same. But they're different sizes.
Okay, now do you think that has to do with as technology is advancing?
No.
No, you don't think so?
No, it's proportion.
Proportion?
Yeah.
Okay.
And this is right on their website. No, I don't think it's technology. Why? If you have the same diameter, the proportionately, what are you saying the United States is growing? What are you saying? Look at this. Look at that. You see, there's Florida, there's Mexico. I mean, how can that, you know, I mean, think.
But I've seen like on a hot day, you see like coming up.
So, all these books here are being censored.
Yeah.
You don't read any of those books, but they're being censored.
They're being censored.
I have 2 or 3 of these, and it's all about zetetic astronomy and all that prove that the Earth is stationary and it's flat plane. We don't move.
So now what about the other planets?
Well, the people who ask that believe that the Big Bang happened.
Okay.
Okay, and that everything should be the same because it was all just an explosion and it's spinning, and we're all should be the same thing, right? And that the Earth is just in the sweet spot. Well, no, this is a totally different thing.
All right.
The Earth is a flat plane, and there's a dome above it. It wasn't an explosion. Somebody or something or some group of people created this place we live.
Okay.
So that means that humans were also created and placed here.
Okay. But
So
you're
if you
saying that
have
other
this
planets are
model,
not flat.
I'm saying other planets, all we know about them is they used to be called wandering stars.
Okay.
When we look in a telescope, all we see is a 2-dimensional object. We can't tell if it's sphere or if it's turning or any of that.
Okay.
So we never been there. They
And
said
we've
we
been to
went.
Mars,
They,
but you don't
we've been
believe
to
that?
Mars now.
I mean, like not humans have been to Mars, but like we've sent
A
things to
rover or something. I
You don't
seriously doubt that.
You seriously doubt that?
Seriously doubt
Okay.
it. We never went to the moon.
Never went to the moon. You think
No,
so?
I don't think we could have landed on the moon.
Okay.
Did you see the banner down there, the red one? That's what landed on the moon supposedly, but there's no dust on the feet, and there's no crater from the.
Yeah.
So it doesn't make sense.
Could be a little fishy.
Yeah, it's very fishy, and it's made of aluminum foil.
Yeah. Would you know it's aluminum foil exactly? Or?
Well, look at it. It's
Well, that
foil.
could be what it looks like, but
Oh,
you never know. Like,
I mean, it's crinkled up.
oh yeah, but like a lot of metals
Well,
do that.
Not like that. Go look at
All
it.
right, come on, let's go.
This is really cool stuff up here. You know, this is all right out of the
So you guys come out here often?
No, this is the first time we've come in here, but we've been to Times Square, we've been to Ocean City 3 times, been to Jim Thorpe, been to Point Pleasant. He goes to Point Pleasant all the time because he lives near there.
Yeah, I live pretty close to that.
So yeah, but look, and they put it together with tape. I mean, come on. I mean,
Okay.
and you know what? 59 and a half years I believed this.
Okay.
I'm 62 now. So I believed all that.
Yeah.
And 2.5 years ago, I looked into it. And now I see, oh, I was really fooled all my life. I was
So
fooled.
what was the deciding factor that made you say, okay, it's a flat Earth?
Well, when I go down to the shore, I can see 30 miles away from Atlantic City to Wildwood with my own eyes.
Yeah.
So there's no curvature.
All right.
And we have zoom cameras now. When a ship goes over the curve, you can pull it back into focus. If
Yeah.
it was really over the curve, you'd have to look through the water to see it. So I think they're lying to us. And you know what else? I have personal experience that we have deep corruption in our federal courts in this city. So I know that our government is really corrupt.
Okay. So we have a top side on the flat Earth and then the bottom side, right? So
Never went there. The deepest
we've
hole we
never
ever
been-
dug was eight miles.
So it's just like a pancake.
I
right?
don't
And we've
know.
never been to the bottom of the pancake.
I don't know what's
Okay.
down there.
You don't know.
My personal theory is, since there's a dome, I think the dome could be a sphere, because if you put a sphere in water, that will not collapse.
You put a sphere in water and it will not collapse.
Well, ancient writings say it separated the waters from the waters. The waters above from the waters below.
Okay.
So I'm thinking, if it is in water, if there's water above there, and that's why it's blue, then,
Well, water isn't really blue.
well, that's what we see.
It's just like the reflection.
Yeah.
Okay.
But if there is water, like the ancient script, ancient writings say, or whatever,
Where are the ancient writings?
all over. The Sumerians, a lot. There's a lot of them.
There's a lot of them.
Yeah, there's a lot.
Okay, so basically we're on the top side. There's a dome over top of us.
There's like I think it's a sphere, or at
So
least
we're
a
gonna call
dome,
this sphere
and then
an
it's,
atmosphere, okay? Right?
I think it's like that.
Okay, so it's not like a flat Earth, it's just like a half a flat Earth.
That's all I know is a half a flat Earth. That's all I know is where I'm standing, what I can see. That's what I can do. But I can't speculate. I don't even look past what's Antarctica.
Okay.
But I know Senator Kerry went down there for some religious ceremony, and he flew 300 miles in from the edge. Now, what would they be doing down there? I don't know. It's enough to make me think, why is he going there?
So, I'm just trying to visualize what you're trying to tell me. So, we have a circle, okay? So, how thick is that circle?
I don't know that either.
Don't know that either?
It's at least 8 miles because we dug the hole that deep.
So, it's at least 8 miles?
At least 8 miles.
Okay. What about like caves that go much deeper down than 8 miles?
Does any caves go deeper than 8 miles? Really? What?
I mean, I'm not sure, but I've definitely
I don't
seen it
know.
on Discovery Channel.
I'm not sure.
Maybe I have to look it up and I'll come back to you.
They dug a hole 8 miles. If there's anything deeper, that would be good to know.
Okay.
Did you ever look into? Well, see, now you're very curious. That's good. Do you know these mesas? Mesas, as in a rock formation.
Okay.
They say those are ancient tree stumps.
Ancient tree stumps.
Because of the way the basalt, it looks like plant fibers that have petrified. You got to look at that one. That's like wild. Like Mount Pilot down in the Carolinas. We got Devil's Tower. That's also something they're not telling us. But it makes a lot of sense because they're hexagonal fibers, and if they're petrified, it would be like rock.
Okay.
So that's a really interesting thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, and they talk about ancient trees being huge. I don't know.
All right,
I think
so
they're just keeping a lot from us.
flat. It's flat. We don't know how thick it is.
Right.
All right, but there's a dome on top, which we're going to consider the atmosphere.
The dome is containing the atmosphere, and the stars are in it, and the sun and
Stars
moon
are
are
in the atmosphere, and the sun is
in the dome. Look up "star in a jar."
Star in a jar.
Star in a jar. It's a jar of liquid. You direct sound waves at it, and then you get a glowing spot.
Okay.
That's "Star in a Jar" video. What else? I was going to tell you something.
So it's like we were basically in a snow globe, is what you're saying.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. That's interesting.
Yeah.
And we don't know what's on the bottom of that snow globe.
No.
No. But I guess we
Is
gotta
there
find
any
out.
way we can figure that out? Some people think that it's an infinite plane. I don't think that. Some people think there's more land beyond Antarctica. It's a possibility, but I don't know that. So that's why I only go to the edge of Antarctica and when I'm telling people about it. Because you can get into an argument. I don't want an argument.
Yeah.
But that's...
I like to keep my mind open to...
I'm really glad for that. I'm really glad. I think that's very intelligent to do that.
Yeah. Because people just don't believe things for no reason.
Right. And I know for a fact our government is corrupt. So I'm gonna
Have you
think
been
my...
following Kavanaugh?
No.
So Kavanaugh's like a Supreme Court nominee.
Oh.
Yeah, you definitely heard about it. It's
Oh.
all over the news.
Yeah.
So
I
that's
try
what
to
I'm
stay out of that stuff anymore. I used to be a committee woman and be, campaigning and all that. And when I found this, I said, well, you know what? Politics is just a dialectic. They're trying to keep us busy with left and right so we don't look up or down. If they can fool us, they can rule us. The kings didn't want the serfs to read.
Okay.
So that's why I put this on my card. I said, what's the difference between being educated with lies or being uneducated?
Okay.
See, we think we're smart. They give us a piece of paper, you got a degree.
Yeah.
And we think we got it all together. But if we're being taught lies, we really don't know anything.
Okay. So we're being taught lies by the government.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm having a hard time. Okay, maybe like globally we could be getting fed lies, but I don't think like domestically, like just like math and science and getting a degree for like.
Do you know what they're trying to do with math now?
I know. I mean,
They're trying to teach us that 2 + 2 = 5.
that's Big Brother.
That's Common Core education, and that's why we have a federal education system. They all make us learn the same stuff.
I do not. I do disagree with you on them saying 2 + 2 = 5.
I do disagree with that too, but they are trying to teach that. They are.
Okay.
I've studied Common Core. I know what that's
Okay,
about.
so you saw a teacher teaching kids that 2 + 2 equals 4.
Yes,
Where did you see that?
on Common Core videos.
On Common Core
Yeah,
videos?
yep. Look
And
that
that had
up.
nothing to do with the book 1984? You know, are you familiar with the book?
Yes, I've heard
1984?
about that, and I forget. Was that when no, that was Fahrenheit 451. Yeah, I'm sure there's a lot of predictive books that are out there.
Yeah, because that was like a big thing about the book, that it was like Big Brother and somebody's always
Okay,
watching.
so you're saying on that one specific thing that they're not trying to do that.
It was just like that was like it's saying like government is ruling and then that's how they control your opinion. And then that's when they use 2 + 2 equals 5.
Okay.
So I do not believe you on that, but I do see what you're saying with that.
Yeah.
Look up the dome in the sun in the jar.
Oh, Star in a Jar and the Dome. Look up lightning sprites, like the soft drink Sprite. Lightning sprites, they come off the dome. They hit the dome, and they like, yeah, you can see it. It's like an umbrella kind of thing. So it's hitting something up there.
So now do you think flat Earth isn't an accurate description on what you guys are trying to communicate? If it's really like a snow globe?
Well, we can prove the Earth is flat. We can prove the flat plane.
All right.
And we have evidence of the dome. Okay, we can't touch the dome or go up there, you know, but there's other evidences. We even have a rocket that supposedly, you know, hit it, and with a camera on it. But I don't know. You know, there's evidences, but I know 100% that the Earth is flat.
Okay. All right. It was great talking to you.
Hey, nice to meet you.
Good luck with the rest of you guys. Don't work too hard.
Yeah,
All right.
I know my voice is going.
Yeah. All right. Have a good day.
Thanks.
One guy just did it about a month and a half ago. His name is D. Marston. He did a 7 mile stretch of water.
Yeah, just look into it. Keep an open mind and try to evaluate the evidence. That's what you got to do.
Yeah.
You can't just believe what's in a
I'm a
textbook.
data guy. I'm all about the numbers. I don't care about what people say. I care less.
Oh, that's good. That's smart. Very good. Would you like one yourself?
Yeah.
You're not good until you know the Earth is flat. Then you're good. Hey, come up with your own formula. Come up with your own curvature formula. You know, this is one we have. You come up with one, then you go out in a field trip, find some curvature, and then let me know.
But do we need to find curvature?
Yeah.
Like,
You have to
if you
know.
could find curvature, you've got to be like 50 million miles in the sky. You know, you could be so high in the
8
air.
inches times a mile squared. You go to Wildwood and see if you can see Atlantic City 32
8
miles
inches what?
away.
8 what? Off the ground?
8 inches times the miles squared.
8.
So,
Where's this 8 coming from?
say that's, well, it's based on a 24,901 mile equator. So you figure out with spherical geometry what the curvature formula would be. Then go to Wildwood, look and see if you can see Atlantic City 32.6 miles away. And if you can,
You actually get a bigger formula. I feel like that's simplifying it so fine. Like,
hey, truth is simple. Truth is simple.
I know the numbers aren't simple. Definitely
You
not
should
simple.
be able to figure it out.
I need a lot of databases for that.
Look at the Suez Canal, 100 miles of flat. There's a lot of flat places on Earth. How come? Bonneville
I'm going to
Salt
Utah.
Flats.
It's not flat there.
Bonneville Salt Flats. The Great Salt Lake is too.
But what about the Grand Canyon?
Yeah, do you know what that was?
A lot of ice.
Do you know what that was? No, it was one Grand Lake. Don't you know how that was formed?
I'm just assuming it was water.
Yeah, it was a Grand Lake, and that formed in about a week. When that Grand Lake,
No way.
listen, when the Grand Lake broke through the Kaibab upwarp, it all rushed out.
From like Alaska and shit?
No, from the Grand Lake. Look that up. Look that up.
Yeah.
And it all, there's only one water source, the Colorado. Where did all those other side canyons come from if there's only one water
Does it come
source?
from the Great Lakes or up north? No.
No, it would still be draining.
Couldn't it be from glaciers though?
I'm what?
Glaciers.
Couldn't it be from glaciers? Glacial carving and
Well, that may have been where the water came from, but glaciers don't flush.
No, they move and leave giant empty spaces where they used to be.
But these are like rigid. I mean, these are pointy canyons. Look at the canyons.
Yeah.
Think for yourself.
Like,
don't
if I
believe
had a
what
cup-
the narrative is. The official narrative is not right.
Like, imagine I have a cup and I just fill with water, but then I put that cup in my freezer, and then I dump that ice out. There's going to be like an empty spot right where that ice used to be, and that's the Grand Canyon.
But the Grand Canyon has sharp edges and side canyons. It's
Imagine
like
that cup
it's
real
like a
sharp
tree.
now.
Oh,
That's
stop!
the Grand Canyon.
Stop it! Stop it! Go away! Come on! Hey, you think this is
logic?
I have a son older than you. Get out of here. My daughter's 22.
I'm 14.
Hey, my daughter's 6'1", 22. Anybody want my last card? My last card. Thank you, darling.
Pangea?
Hey, you know what this is? Australia. How big is Australia? What's the true size? No, it's all right. What's the true size of Australia? What is it?
Size of the U.S.
Look, this is really the true size. But on a globe, where is it on the globe? Here we go. Look, that's it on a globe. So does it look like this? Or does it look like that? Is it longer? Figure that out. Come on. I mean, there's something wrong here. Look, go to NASA's website. NASA's website. How do you get two different sizes of America when it's the same diameter? Go to NASA's website right now and look it up. Why do they have that? It proportionately, it's not right.
Yo, CB South.
Oh shit, what's up?
Really. And I don't think we're being pulled down by gravity. I think things fall at a certain rate. Absolutely.
You don't believe gravity?
I don't think it's gravity. I think it's diamagnetism.
Well, why should like a map projection that was created in like the 1800s prove that the Earth is
Who
flat?
told you that?
It doesn't matter.
Yeah,
It was in a book, right? It's in some kind of book.
Yeah, but like think of every
Yeah.
I have an elaborate scheme to convince me something else.
If they can fool us, they can rule us. On my
Why
card,
not just like beat me or something?
on my card,
like how does this contain?
I agree.
How does this stop me?
He's been suspecting.
hey, did you know?
If it was round, I don't really care.
Did you know? Did you know
Until now.
the kings?
It's like,
Did you know the kings never let the serfs read? Do you know why that is?
Because having dumber people means they'll follow you around. But having a flat earth or having a round earth isn't going to change my mindset the rest of my life. Telling me that 2 + 2 is 5 isn't going to make that much of a difference to me if it's 2 + 2 is actually 4.
What's the difference between being educated with lies and being uneducated? You got a piece of paper that means absolutely nothing.
If I'm educated with lies, I'm just as good as being uneducated. That won't necessarily make me a follower. We see people every day not
Really?
get educated and just do whatever they want.
Well, then you don't need to stand here.
I
And
just
you
wanna
don't need to ask
understand-
questions.
I just
So
wanna
go
know what the
away.
thing is.
Go away and be dumb the rest of your life and be taken over and
I
swindled.
want to hear what you want to tell me.
No.
backwards.
Stop making fun
I'm
and
not
be
making fun of
serious.
you. I am.
Grow
it's called
up.
being devil's advocate. We're trying to have a conversation.
Well, I'm not here to debate. I'm just here to tell you the information, and you have to figure it out yourself.
If you won't debate,
I'm not winning you over. I don't care about that.
What's the purpose? Is it not to?
No, I am not here to debate. I am here to give you information.
How does any differ from feeding us the lies
Just give
that
us your best
apparently the
spill
Earth-
why you believe
Yeah,
that
guy, you know that song?
This is a flat Earth map. It's in the Boston Library. North Pole is in the center.
what a legend. You pick one point on the map, you can make it as beautiful as actual anywhere. You can make it so that South America looks like it's...
You know what? You're being rude to him. He asked me a question, and you're being very rude to him.
You're being pretty rude to this guy earlier.
This is toxic.
I don't care. I'm not going to debate you. I'm not going to debate you. I'm not going to debate you.
Just drop the circle a couple times.
I'm not going to debate.
I want to hear.
All these world organizations use a flat Earth map, but they leave off Antarctica. They don't want you to know it goes around the outside edge. That's what I think. If there's a sphere, if there is a sphere, there has to be a formula for how far out you go and how far down it drops. There has to be. This is the formula. So this is Chicago, and this is 60 miles across Lake Michigan. You should not see that 60 miles away. It should be under 1,700 feet of curvature, but we can see it, and that's a true picture.
It's just saying that the sun and the moon.
So this, okay, this is a flat surface. The line of reflection on a flat surface. But if it's a curved surface, you only get a spot. You can do that at home with a light bulb and a piece of glossy paper. This is reality. We get the line. You have to study perspective. All these numbers coincide with the video 200 proofs. So study perspective, because that's how your eyes work at a distance. This is star trails. If you focus your camera at Polaris and keep the aperture open, you will get circles, concentric circles. This is what they teach us in the schools. Everything is chasing the sun, and the sun is moving through a vast, infinite universe. Do you think that will give you reality of that? I don't think so.
I have a question.
I'm not done, excuse me.
Nobody's ever
So,
told me that the sun moves linearly through space, though.
you go back to school. So here's a spinning ball. There's an axis through this ball. At the equator, which is 24,901 miles, it should be spinning 1,000 miles an hour. So why don't we weigh less? Where's the centrifugal force? All these books are being censored by the public school system. Look up these books. They all prove a flat, stationary plane. These experiments are not being taught in the public schools. NASA gives you garbage on their website. This is how they fake the spacewalks. They're in a swimming pool. We get bubbles in space, air bubbles going up the astronaut's helmet. How does that happen? You look up bubbles in space, and you'll see the videos.
You said that picture's real over there?
Which one?
That missing curvature one. How do we know that's not photoshopped?
This one?
Yeah, you say it's real, but we don't know that.
Okay, there's a guy named Rob Skiba who put his camera and got on a speedboat and went the 2-hour trip across. And he proved it.
Okay, well, he proved it, but we don't know.
Then go get in a boat and go across.
Did you see it?
Yeah, I know the guy. I know him.
No. Did you see it when you were on Lake Michigan?
No, but
well, there you go.
when I'm in Atlantic City, I can see Wildwood.
So? What the hell's that?
32.6 miles away. According to this, it should be 681 feet below the curvature.
How much acid did you eat back in the 70s? Really? Seriously, I'm being serious. Because you're
not
out.
serious.
You can Photoshop.
You know what the difference between you and me is? I studied this and you didn't.
Oh, yeah, of course.
Yep. The government lies. You don't know that? You're really lost. Okay.
Mount Everest is only like 25,000 feet high. 29? So, I mean, when's the last time you looked out a plane and saw that kind of curve? It's getting freaking great.
Dave?
You won't see that. You ain't gonna see it. Yeah, even military pilots are like, you don't start to see curvature for like 100,000 feet deep.
Gravity, wait. Gravity.
I know this stuff is exact. When I first heard it, it was my year back in 2017, right?
Hey, Dave. Let's get going.
Okay, yeah.
Don't believe me, look into it and guess and figure it out.
Absolutely fucking crazy.
Figure it out yourself. I ran into at least 6 people today who already knew this and believe it and understand it.
Science in the name.
There's a lot of people out there.
You're right. Organize some microbial change.
Socialists?
Yeah.
There has never been, you know, they kill their own people.
The world is flat. Don't say that it's an only worked on fiction. This is like really...
Socialism is next to like communism and dictatorships. It's not a good system.
All right, so I don't know if you looked into it, but I watched the video, and it's on stopbookthings.com. Because there's a video, but on it you see and he's sitting in his wheelchair, they're wheeling into the ambulance. And in the photo, it's high that photo, I can show you how to do it, look it up real quick. But in it, it's not safe. It's on his blood, where his legs are missing. So you guys ever watched the UFC fighting? Fights? You know that when a guy takes an elbow like to the forehead or to the head, what happens? Comes the flood gates are open, and sometimes the mat, you can't even see the mat anymore, it's just covered in blood, right? So you tell me, how do you get that amount of blood out of the forehead, and this guy's missing his freaking legs, and there's not, I'm not even exaggerating, there's not a single. And so that's the whole thing that's why it was made. I watched it 5 times. I watched it 5 times. Everybody that I wasn't there. I couldn't see how I watched it. I would watch it and I'd watch it. Everybody's motion to get off the motion. They say a bunch of crisis actors. They put in blood
How much shit do you guys take before you just fucking lose it? I don't understand.
I do get tired.
I disagree with your theory, but wow. You guys fucking have to deal with a lot of shit.
Yeah, I know.
God.
But you have to have a lot of love for humanity to do this. And that's why I'm here, because I love humanity and I want them to know the truth. My family was severely harmed by the federal court system right here in Philadelphia. The lying lawyers and the judges, they're so corrupt, it's disgusting. I don't want to live in a corrupt world.
Well, hey, good luck. I hope people stop being total assholes too.
Thank you. Thank you. Whoops. Yeah, I know. It's all right. Thanks.
Thank you. Sorry about that. I'm going to leave you guys with this one. You know, they say that we spin 1,000 miles an hour equator, circling the sun at 66,000 miles an hour, while the sun goes 400,000 miles an hour. All the earth. Yes, the world is established. It shall never move. Huh? What? How does that work? It's spinning 1,000 miles an hour equator. And right? No, I'm not saying it's scientific reason. I'm saying physical in terms of the people to be provided. What I'm saying is that how do you The Earth is basically 4,000 miles in the center of the core. What is the first distance that we've ever done down in the ground? Well, I can tell you science-wise, 8 miles. Science tells me that it only does 8 miles. So what I'd like to know is how the F, do they know what the density of the ground is below 8 miles? They have, so is that, there's science like this. You believe in gravity. You believe in gravity. You're not telling science. I know it's fun, man. What are you about? That's phenomenal. Do you know Neil deGrasse Tyson? Do you know Neil deGrasse Tyson? You know what his answer was? Well, you running away now. You don't want to hear it? You don't want to hear the truth, right? That's what people do. Truth is hard. Truth hurts. The truth is Neil deGrasse Tyson, when you said, what is gravity? He said, when it comes to what gravity is, we don't know. They don't know. Oh, shoot. They don't know. And the fact that